The history of the United Kingdom began in the early 18th century. With the Treaty of the Union and the Acts of Union, the core of the United Kingdom as a unified state came into began in the 1700s with the political union of the kingdoms of England and Scotland. The government. The United Kingdom is a constitutional monarchy and a parliamentary democracy. The country's head of state is a reigning king or queen, and the head of the government is the prime minister, who is the leader of the majority political party in the House of Commons.
Language. All language spoken in UK are derived until instance of Indo-European origin. Over time, it has been divided into a variety of languages. This originated when the language of Europe developed independently. Some of the languages are Welsh, the Scottish Gaelic, a little Yiddish, and English language. Floating. Maybe the most famous tropical costume in the United Kingdom is ticket or Scottish kilt, with it distinguishing the checkered fabric. Ticket is a clothing skirt plaited set in section at each end. Gastronomy. The gastronomy is a cream tea, apple crumble, falafel, and the fish chips. Culture. Culture is an important area of knowledge and more thought on farming country which we don't know now. That is, we will talk about the different topic that derive from the culture field is well as clothing, language, gastronomy, traditions, and festivals.
I'm also going to be talking about some costume and traditions. Some of the traditions you celebrate in England is tea time, Guy Fawkes night. One of the traditions of England is to drive on the left. They drive on the left side of the wheel. Punctually is a strict tradition in England as well. Some famous holidays in England is Easter Monday, St. Patrick's Day, Christmas Day, Bank Holiday, and Good Friday. Religion. The various Christian denominations in the United Kingdom have emerged from schisms that divided the church over the centuries. The greatest of these occurred in England in the 16th century, when Henry rejected the supremacy of the Pope. This breaks with Rome facilitated the adoption of some Protestants and the founding of the Church of England. Still, the state church in England, although Roman Catholicism has retained. The British tradition of religious tolerance has been particularly important since the 1950s, when immigrants began to introduce a great variety of religious beliefs. These are large and growing communities that practice Islam, Hinduism, and Sikhism. The largest number of Muslims come from Pakistan and Bangladesh, with sizable groups from India, Kyrgyz, the Arab world, Malaysia, and parts of Africa. The large Sikh and Hindu communities originating in India. These are also Buddhist groups.
Celebrities: Diana, Princess of Wales, Amy Watson, Harry Styles, Daniel Radcliffe, Tom Holland, and Queen Elizabeth II. George Museum. It is the crowd of the Industrial Revolution, where there is a Victorian town where you can learn about the lifestyle of that time. The type of shops on the products they offered and buy sweets with authentic Victorian count. The main city in England, London, you should not miss the classic tourist attraction. Big Ben, Westminster, the Tower of London, Buckingham Palace, and the London Eye, the Lords Ferry when in the war.